Alright, finally time to pull a banner. I want Ryoshu, but if I can get Hong Lu, I will probably... Okay, no, first 3 star. Okay, first 3 star, then we'll stop. We'll continue until we hit the first 3 star. Alright, first 10 pull, what do we get? Hong Lu. Give me the Hong Lu. There we go, Hong Lu acquired. Alright, let's keep going until the first 3 star. Alright, minimum roll. Oh. Okay, number 30. Minimum roll again, feels bad. Oh! Who? Oh, it's Hong Lu. Unlucky, man. Technically that's a 3 star. Technically. Technically that's a 3 star. Shit. Whatever. I'll just farm shards for her. That's the good thing about Limbus, right? You can just farm shards for everything. I think the only ones I really need to prioritize here is getting my Corp Hong. And then everything else is just standard fare for me. Yep. I'm pretty much good to go. Alright, that's the end of this pull. Oh well, didn't get it. At least I got the Hong Lu, so all I need to do is just spark for the Ryoshu and I'm good to go. Alright. Hello. So, new units out, I've looked at their kits and my goodness, W Corp is just winning. So let's start with W Corp Hong Lu. Starting off, Hong Lu stats 181 HP, 46 speed, 37 defense. So pretty tanky as a support. He is a support character and he is pretty thick, which is really good. And also quite fast actually. 4 to 6 is pretty high base speed here. Alright, and then let's look at the skills. 3 plus 4 plus 4, 11. Pretty much average with all the up type 4 characters. On use, gain 4 charge count, 1, 1. So you get 6. Alright, take note of the 6 number here. Skill 2, 6 plus 4 plus 4. This is 14. On use, gain 3 charge count, and then clash power plus 2 when shielded, and on hit, gain 3 charge count. Notice that this is 3 plus 3, 6 again. Why is it 6? Is because of this line here. At 5 plus charge count, gain 1 charge barrier for every 5 charge count next turn. So, if you get 6 here, you minus 1 at the end of your turn, because that's how charge count works. Then you get to skill 2, you'll be able to keep 5 charge count for this, and when you use this skill, on use, you gain this 3 charge count, and then on hit, you gain 3, so you get 6 also. So you will have 10 on you, well 11 on you, but the requirement here is 5, so it's 10. So gain 1 charge barrier for every 5 next turn, so you get 2 on yourself. What does charge barrier do? Charge barrier gives you charge if the shield is maintained until the end of the turn, but it also gives you just shield, so it gives you damage mitigation in case you get hit. The ideal is that you don't get hit, so you let your charge barrier expire, and then you next at the turn end you gain charge count for each charge barrier. So charge barrier is just shielding, and once the shielding ends, it gives you charge count. So it's a battery. Yeah, it's a ID that actually gives the other W Corpers charge count. So it's really quite nice to have this. It only gives it to himself so he can charge himself even more, and also gives him a little bit of mitigation as well. But he needs to on-hit this. So a bit tricky in order to get that mitigation to actually matter, but most of the time it will just be giving yourself charge count. So take note here, he also has clash power plus 2 when shielded, so this is one of the ways you can do it. You can use skill 2, next turn use skill 2. Or you can use skill 3 into skill 2, but basically you have to get a charge barrier before you can even use this skill to get the clash power. Skill 3, deploy charge barrier, 4, 8, 12. 12 plus 5, 17. Not bad actually for a 2 star. At 10 plus charge count, consume all charge count to apply. Consume charge count divided by 2. So, if you can get to 10, which is either a skill 1, skill 2, or skill 1, skill 1, or skill 2, skill 2, you will be able to activate this, consume the charge count, apply 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Charge barrier to 2 allies with the lowest HP percentage. I'll explain why it's lowest HP percentage later. So, on hit, inflict 5 rupture, and then on hit, gain 2 charge barrier next turn for himself. So, once again, another supporting move. He gives charge barrier to all of his allies, and he gives himself charge barrier. The rupture is really whatever, they're using like Rip's Space Blades or something. And then on defense, he gains 3 charge barrier, 3 times per turn. Then for the passive, if at 5 plus charge count at the start of the combat phase, gain 2 haste. At 10 plus charge count, gain 1 additional haste. So he can go fast if he can get charge count. Pride is really easy because his skill 1 and his defense are both pride, so he will be able to easily accumulate this 3 pride. And then lastly for support, an ally with the lowest speed gains 2 haste next turn if at 5 plus charge count at the start of the combat phase. But generally, unless you are not running him in a W Corp team, you want him in a W Corp team, because he gives charge count to the 2 lowest HP allies. And the thing about this, right, this line here, is that if you looked at all of the stat lines of the W Corps, the lowest HP are always the DPSs, which is W Dawn and W Ryoshu now. So this is perfect. They've designed it quite well. So this barrier is always going to hit the lowest HP percentage. Oh wait, actually, since it's percentage, if your tankier characters do get hit, then you will not be able to apply it on them. But at the same time, you will get mitigation onto those characters that are trying to help tank for the rest of the team. Yeah, so besides that, this character is just a full-on support, can eat some moves in case you don't want your DPSs to eat these moves, and can charge up Dimension Shredder, which lets him do some interesting clashes with his really fast movement speed because of his passive here. So really very nice support. Do take note that he is blunt weak, so unfortunately, because a lot of enemies do a lot of blunt damage, I think Bongies do blunt, and the K-Corp enforcers do 4 coin blunt moves or something. So in MD2 hard, I did encounter a moment where I just got one shot, so yeah, it's pretty dangerous sometimes. Alright, so here's Ryoshu. Ryoshu's stat lines, as you can see, is 146 HP, 3 to 6 speed, and 31 defense. So very DPS focused stat lines. DPSs are not tanky, low HP, sometimes fast, sometimes just average speed, which is fine. All of the W Corp gang, as far as I know, only have blunt as their fatal weakness. Except maybe for Faust. Yeah. Oh no, Faust... No, sorry. All of them have it. All of them have blunt as their fatal weakness. So against blunt enemies, they really suffer a lot. Alright, let's look at the skills though. So 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9. The thing about skill 1 being 9 is that you're 2 less than the average. Even rip space on W Dawn is 11. So this skill is not great for clashing. But the good thing about this skill is that it has 3 coins, so it has good damage if it's one-sided. But most likely you're not winning a clash with this. Especially if you look at the other lines here, it really points to the fact that you want to do damage with this skill and not really to clash with this skill. Deal plus 10% damage at 10 plus charge count, and at 15 plus charge count you deal additional 10% damage. So it's really all about damage for this skill. It also gives 4 charge count, which is the exact same number as Rip on W Dawn. Then we go to skill 2. Skill 2 is Leap. Actually, funnily, it is the same word as W Dawn skill 2. It is also called Leap. But this Leap is kind of cracked. Instead of Fragility, which is a generic status that W Dawn applies with Leap, this one applies slash Fragility specifically. And the thing about Ryoshu is that she's all slash, and W Dawn skill 3 and skill 1 are also slash. And if you looked at W Massault, he's also all slash. So slash Fragility really points to using this character with the other slash characters, which is, you know, the W gang. And of course you can add in other slash characters if you want, but mainly the synergy here is to use it for slash, so it's a W gang focused. W Dawn is a bit more versatile because hers is Fragility, right? So you can use it with any character, so she can still be a standalone, especially with Telepole. But for Ryoshu's case, she kind of really needs a slash team to benefit from this slash Fragility here. Alright, besides that, we also have gain +1 coin power and gain +1 coin power. So when you see coin power, you see 3 coins, you know it's going to pop off. So the thing here, right, is that you need 10 plus charge count to activate this slash frag and to gain coin power. To get there, you need to use your skill 1 to get 4. Then -1 at the end of turn, so it's 3. Then skill 2 on use gains 7. So you get 10 by doing a skill 1 into skill 2, or you can do 2 skill 2s if you want. The first skill 2 just won't have the benefits of the coin power or the slash frag. It's still a good move either way. Yeah. So that is the flow here. It's really nice that you only need to use 2, and you can also use a support to give yourself the charge count if you need it. you can use a W Dawn teleport at round start if she manages to get first turn, and then you'll be able to activate all of the benefits of Leap, for example. So Leap here, if we add +1, it becomes 6, 12, 18, 20. 20 on the skill 2. Whew. But then you add one more, 2, 7, 14, 21, 23. That is beautiful. And it's Pride too. Wow. Yeah, so it's really, really very, very good here. Yep. In addition, Ryoshu here charges up Fluid Sac Faust. So it's just so good. So good. Okay, and then besides that, we still have one more line here. If the target's HP is below 30%, you deal 30% more damage, and if you kill, you gain 3 haste next turn. Like you could have ended it like here, and it would have been amazing. And then you decide to add more lines here. So I don't know. Yeah, they really want to sell this character to me, and I'm 100% buying her. All right, Dither. So the thing about Dither, right, is that it is literally just rip space. Right, so you see 2 lines here. You might get a little bit confused when you see these 2 lines. Just treat them as an OR statement. One happens when you're when you're 14 or below, and one happens when you're 15. So that's the only 2 things here. They never happen simultaneously. Okay, they don't happen simultaneously. So the thing about Dither is that +5 coin power, +5 coin power, 4 coins, +2. So you need charge count. You are just rip spacing with this. And the funny thing is that if you were to add 5 coin power to all of these moves, so 7, 14, 21, 28 +3, that's 31. 31 is the exact same number as rip space. So this is just rip space, except that they added more lines here. Yep. So this is just rip space. Alright, so let's just explain these lines, okay? So if you're at 14 charge count or below, you will get this line here, where you have to consume HP to still get the +5 coin power. So that's the thing, you can consume your HP if you don't have enough charge count to get coin power. And if you have a healing source, you can just heal up that coin power back. And I think you can actually use the Ryoshu AoE / Ego, I can't remember the name, oh, Red Eyes, yeah, Red Eyes, to actually heal up anything. Because for Red Eyes, as long as you kill something, right? As long as you kill something or stagger something, you heal yourself. And you gain haste on your skill too. If you remember, Leap on kill will give you 3 haste. So you actually will be able to get quite a lot of healing off of this. And notice it's Wrath, Lust, and Envy, right? Wrath, Lust, Envy. And here we don't have Wrath, but we do have Envy, and we do have Lust. So we do partially charge it. Then we need to find a Wrath source somewhere else in order to help us fill up the rest. So actually, this part here, and potentially that Red Eyes, is quite good for mobbing. Okay, killing ads or whatever. But for boss fighting, this thing won't really trigger that much, so it becomes a little bit RNG about that one. But still, it's a useful healing source when you're just going to keep popping Dither to just kill some ads, you know? You can just kill some ads, pop the ego, and then heal up. Or you can heal up and then pop the whatever. You know, there's so many variations of this. But yeah, sacrificing HP to gain the coin power is pretty much like Berserker playstyles. It's so cool. The fact that they give her this versatility. So you will never ever, like, ideally never ever not get your +5 coin power. You just need to get 7, okay? To get 7, right, all you need to do is use your skill 2 and then get 1 extra charge count from either a support, or you use skill 1, skill 2, and then you definitely have enough to use this part of Dither. And this calculation here is quite simple. It's just 15 minus what you have. So it's 15, let's say 14, you have 14. 15 minus 14, so it's 1. 1 times 3, so you lose 3% of your HP to gain the 5 coin power. So if the number is quite small, it also really is very little amounts of chip damage. You maybe lose 3% HP, maybe 9% HP. Once it gets to the double digits, it's a little bit more dangerous. But at the same time, you shouldn't be letting your Ryoshu eat all the damage, right? So it's fine to sacrifice some HP, just keep her alive and she will cook for you. Besides that, right, we have more lines. And the funny thing about Ryoshu is that, from what I've noticed, right, she always has 4 coins on her skill tree. I think it's because she's a she section or something, I don't know. So hit, the final coin deals +10% damage. The final call deals blah blah blah, and final coin deals blah blah blah. So it's literally the same as Chef Ryoshu. Chef Ryoshu also has 1, 2, 3. Last one does percent HP. For this one, it's for the last one. You get on kill. If the skill consumes 15 charge count upon use, apply 7 charge barrier to self and one other ally. So you are able to get quite a lot of charge value out of this. This is really only for mobbing, in my opinion. Yeah, you try to kill someone from full HP so that the 4th coin will kill, and you'll be able to get the 7 charge back, which lets you use this immediately after, because you only need a minimum of 7. Yeah, so really quite good. This character is a killer. She loves killing people, and it's not done yet. Okay, we're not done yet. Let's look at the defense. Her defense is interesting because this is the only defense skill I think that I've seen that has base power +1 per 5 charge count. I've never seen this line before. I've never seen scaling on a defense skill. And it's an evasion. So evasion means that you will be able to stall with the evades, make sure she doesn't take any damage, and then once you get your moves, you can start popping them. So the defense here is very interesting. Good for soloing or low team comps. Like maybe 3 characters in the team, for example. And then the passive here, oh my goodness. If you have 5 pride, upon defeating an enemy, you gain 3 charge count. So really, she's a killer. So here, skill tree, if you kill, right, what you do is you get 3 here. And then you get 7 here. So you have 10. At 10, you will lose 5 times 3, about 15%. And then what does Red Eyes do? Red Eyes heals you about, I think, 10%. So pretty much you won't take any damage as long as you keep making this flow go. So you're pretty much good to go, honestly. If you want, you can use an alternate heal source, and then you can just heal her. Because Fluid Sac, she charges it, right? So yeah, like this character is just insane for the synergy of W Corp, and it's an insane character. If you were to just put her on like a solo team, and there's a bunch of ads, you can just kill all of them alone. Because you have mitigation, you have a healing ego. The one weakness is that if you get hit and then it's blunt, you will probably explode because you're very squishy. But this character is extremely good. Basically the exact same as W Dawn, and synergizes well with W Dawn. So yeah, this is just an incredible character. I highly recommend everyone pull for this character or go and farm your crates to get this character, because this character is insane. I think the bad thing is that it's a Ryoshu ID. The problem with Ryoshu is that literally everything about Ryoshu is good. Like, I want to uptie Chef. I want to uptie 7 Section. I want to uptie W. I want to uptie Red Eyes. I want to uptie 4th Match. I don't mind uptying Forest. So there's a lot of options for her to be uptied. A bit similar for Hong Lu as well. Hong Lu has KK and Hong Lu has Ting Tang. But thankfully, they don't require uptying to become very good. Egos-wise, Dimension Shredder is pretty much fine also at uptie 3. Because you are mainly using it with the support Hong Lu to use it as a clashing tool, really. So it's really not too bad to have this at uptie 3. So Hong Lu is a bit safer as a tier 2. But for Ryoshu, there's just too many good options. So yeah, but this W Ryoshu is insane. Yeah, absolutely insane. Imagine having 2 W Dons on your team, right? That's just how good it is. And then let's talk about the other W Corpers. Alright, so for the other W Corpers, they are really just supports. Like, the DPSs in the W Corp gang are W Dawn and W Ryoshu, and everyone else is just a support. Their goal is to feed all of the charge count or set up for these other DPSs to go and do lots of damage. So for W Basalt, you have Slash Threat here. You have defense level down here. You are really a support because you go super fast, 4 to 8 speed. That's pretty much faster than all of the other DPSs in the W gang. So you can set up with defense level down or Slash Threat first as a debuff, and then you let your DPSs go ham. So yeah, it's just very, very good here to support. I'm not sure about the ego charging because I never checked it, but I'm pretty sure this charges Fluid Sac as well, just off the top of my head. And it also charges a little bit of Dimension Shredder here. Yeah, so really, really quite nice. Then we have Faust. Faust is actually your only blunt damage source in the W Corp gang from what I know. I think Hong Lu is a pierce source. Yeah, I think Hong Lu does piercing damage. So, piercing and a bit of slash, yeah. He's a bit of a mix, but Faust is totally all blunt. And then for Faust, you can inflict Bind. And if you inflict Bind next turn, right, what happens is that your Red Eyes will be able to get 20% extra damage because that's one of the lines in Red Eyes. As long as the target has Bind, you will be able to get the damage boost. So this is the binding effect from Leap. Wait, actually I just realized all of the skill 2s here are called Leap, is it? Okay, no, only Faust, Ryoshu, and Dawn have Leap. And then skill 3 Overcharge. Inflict 2 attack power down next turn, inflict 3 Paralyze. So yeah, this is just nice, right? And the main one for the Faust support is that she can go for Teleport Faust, she can go for Fluid Sac Faust, and she can go for this passive here. Gain 1 charge count after an attack, a random ally gains 1 charge count after an attack. Remember how I said you only needed like 1 in order to maintain your 7? This is where you can get the 1 from also. But it's RNG, so it's not exactly the most consistent. But the fact is, right, it's pretty okay support, and she also charges quite a few egos in the W Corp team. Yeah, W Corp Dawn also I think fully charges the Fluid Sac ego. I need to double check this because I have not checked this in a while. Let's see. Fluid Sac is Lust, Gloom, Envy. Okay, she charges 2 parts of it, I think. Yeah. For the Lust, right, you will need to use Ryoshu, because Ryoshu's skill 1 and defense are Lust, so you will be able to fill up this part easily. And because W Corp is all about these 2 elements, right, this is very easily satisfied. Very, very easily satisfied. You could also use Teleport, but yeah, Teleport, the problem with Teleport, like I've said before, is that it's a he ego and you're fighting with Fluid Sac. Like, Teleport versus Fluid Sac is just so hard to talk about. But it is good because Envy power up is really quite nice. But it's 2 random allies also. If it hits the wrong people in the W Corp team, then it kind of sucks. And then the passive is making her into a DPS. Like, it's just, there's no comparison here. Like, I would never take this over Fluid Sac because this is an alternate healing source. It heals SP, it's 5 AoE, and it's blunt. In a team that's all about slashing, having a blunt source could help you when the enemy is weak to blunt. So this ego is just too damn good. So W Corp team is just really, really good. You have Fluid Sac as one of the fat egos. You have Red Eyes Close as one of the egos. You probably have some other egos that I have not talked about, but I cannot remember right now. You have Teleport, obviously. Yeah, so there's just so many things going for them. Now you have 2 good DPSs, 3 supports, and 2 good egos that you can pop with this team. So yeah, it's just incredible. I highly recommend everyone just give them a try. And if you don't want to pull her, maybe because Railway is coming up soon, or you just want to farm your crates for her, then please go ahead, because she is W Corp, okay? W Corp is part of the standard banner, so you do not need to rush. She will be here forever. She's kind of like W Dawn in that she is forever, and she is also very, very strong. So it's very tempting to go and spark for her. Yep. Okay, I think I have talked enough about this. Yeah, these characters are just absolutely insane. Very, very good synergy. I'm super excited to go and pull all of them and try the W Corp gang and run it down into MD2 hard myself. Because holy shit, man. Oh, it's so spicy. And imagine if you get any of the MD2 hard ego gifts that just give a little bit of charge count. Like, oh my goodness. They are going to just keep popping their skill trees non-stop. And then the moment I hit a boss that has slash resistance, I'm just going to feel so bad. Oh, but it's going to be so fun when the enemy is not. Alright, yep, that's it. So, final summary is that this is pretty much a very, very good banner. If you want to pull for them, go ahead. If you don't want to, you can feel free to spark them. They are eternal, so there's no rush. You can also wait for Railway if you want, before you go and spark them. But ultimately, I think Ryoshu is very, very good and pretty much a side grade from W Dawn. And we know how strong W Dawn is, so side grading W Dawn is already very, very good. In fact, in some ways, you can call them better or call her worse. It's whatever. There's a lot of nuances between the two, but they're pretty much the same character. Alright, so that will be it for this video. Good luck with your pulls, guys, because I am probably going to be pulling as well. Alright, that's all. Bye-bye.